Explosion Network podcast is never late, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they're meant to. Welcome to the Lord of the Rings Extended, a Middle-earth podcast from explosionnetwork.com. Episode 6, we're nearly at the end of the season. This episode, where's he gone? Where's he at? Where is he? Galadriel considers a proposition. Elendil faces judgment. The stranger finds himself at crossroads. Sauron's plan bear fruit. Directed by Sana Hamry, written by Justin Doble. My name's Dylan Blight, and of course, joining me, Ashley Hopley.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here.
What did you think of this week's episode? Where is he?
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
Yeah, solid episode. I mean, it felt like it was, maybe setting the final episode before we ramp up to the finale, Feels like it was definitely a stepping stone to get to whatever we're going to get to next with, the cliffhanger that we get at the end of the episode. As well as, the stranger kind of having these visions of, Nori dying, and you know what his decision he's going to make. Classic decision. Choose power or save your friend. But yeah, I thought it was pretty solid. The Numenor stuff was all right with, classic story as well. We're gonna throw somebody to the sea beast and see if they die or not. Classic. So yeah, enjoyable episode, but yeah, it felt like it was building. It's just laying the foundation of what's coming next. Which is going to be a multi-million-dollar battle next week.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good episode, but yeah, I agree. It was obviously a lot of putting people in places, ready for the final two episodes. What did you think, if we just start there, what did you make of all this stuff with Galadriel and, what's his name?
Adar. I was disappointed that he figured out that Halbrand was Sauron. And it wasn't like
when he said
he
it,
wasn't
I was
shocked.
Like, okay, Mr. Smart.
Did you work it out?
If you knew that so
why'd you let him go?
Why'd you let him go? Don't go acting all, I figured it out.
Yeah.
You didn't figure it out early enough, did you?
No. So how'd you click? How'd you figure it out?
I guess because he sent him there, and then suddenly they hear word that Sauron's there. He's like, oh.
It's a fucking weird coincidence.
So yeah, that's an odd one. So yeah, I assume that's what that is. But I mean, yeah. So obviously the episode ends with them. He's got the full orc army knocking at the door. Celebrimbor's over there making the final, working on the rings,
being drugged out, having visions.
Absolutely getting, no control of his life at this point. I don't feel.
No, he's getting gaslit more than anybody else.
Gaslit, yeah, more than anyone's ever been gaslit in their life before, possibly.
Yeah, Sauron the Gaslighter is what we need to call him from now on, because that's what he does the best. And that's why he's a true villain.
I'm still just so I don't know. Like, what an idiot.
What, Celebrimbor?
Yeah, just.
But clearly he's losing his faculties.
He gets played so hard,
But he's unwell, or he's being majorly
made to
manipulated.
Feel he's unwell is what he is.
Maybe there's some stuff going in his tea or whatever because he's forgetting people's names and forgetting who his hammer is.
I mean, I assume his hammer wasn't there, and maybe he just.
Oh yeah, Sauron's just fucking with him on top of I need you to make these rings. It's really, really important, but also pranks.
Well, not pranks, but it's a control thing, I think, right? Not pranks. He's not taking it to be like, bow, 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 bow. Like, it's not Jackass over here. He's like, gotcha. What's up, everybody?
You thought your hammer was missing. It was there. I took it.
Yeah. My name's Sauron. Today I'm going to be pranking Celebrimbor. Welcome to Jackass. Like, what do you mean? I'm going to take the foot on the. I'm going to put it on the ring.
Yeah, just wait till this hilarious prank where he thinks the city is safe.
Yeah,
but then it's not.
Yeah. I won't believe this, guys. Right now, we're about to be under siege. Celebrimbor's going to come out, but I'm going to trick him into thinking everything's okay. Just wait. Shh. Here he comes. Yeah, how good.
Pretty good.
How do you reckon? Like, obviously, Sauron's not at all worried about the siege. What's his out? What's his out? What's the direction we're heading in here?
I don't know.
He's not he feels so unfazed.
He does. He just oozes confidence, which is concerning, but also fated. So we know he's.
Well, we know he's going to die. Yeah, we know he's not going to die, and we know, but it's still that thing of, well, how? Like the question. This is the thing I always get when people complain about prequels. It's like it ruins it because we know it's going to happen. But I'm like, it doesn't, because I still have.
I'm still curious how the events will play out. It's a journey, not the destination.
Yeah. Like, I'm well aware he doesn't die in the following episodes, but I'm intrigued by
how's he going to get out of this one?
What's his plan? Like,
it didn't seem like he had much of a plan at all.
I don't know.
Other than maybe he's got some dark magic he's going to be pulling off.
Because you got all the orcs there. You've got Galadriel warning that this is exactly what he wants. We know he ends up with the orcs at the end of all this. I don't know. Like, obviously, Adar dies at some point. Is that this season? Is that a
possibly? Probably.
I still don't know how he gets him on his side, though. Is that a trick thing as well? Like, I don't know what the. Because currently this season has been doing this thing, as people hated, where they've been trying to humanize the orcs more and be like, they just want to live in peace, basically. But now we've got to get to a point where he's like,
now they're going to be subjugated by Sauron.
Yeah.
I think it may have something to do with the old morphid crown thing that Adar brings out.
Oh, I thought you said.
I said Morphid because I couldn't remember what the guy's name is. Morath. Is it?
Morath, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. I heard morphed it crown. I'm like, what crown morphed? Like, what the crown morph out of? Yeah. So what he puts that on, and they're suddenly all like, yep, that's it. Got to work with
amplifies powers or something,
Possibly. So is that
that's my prediction.
He's like, if I bring them to me, he'll bring the crown, and I need the crown. Yeah,
because he's an idiot.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to stab him with it first.
Yeah, I mean, I see something like that's going to go down, surely.
Yeah.
But the guy's pretty smart. He figured out that it's Halbrand, Yeah, easy. Too easy. All right, so I mean that's all happening in whatever the place is called. I can't remember, but
Iridium.
Sure. Why are you gonna remember that, but forget easier names?
They said that name multiple times during the episode.
Fair enough. Someone who has a ring though is King Durin. What do you think of everything happening down there and happening with our little dwarven friends?
Dwarven friends, very sad. Old Prince crying, because his dad's just not there anymore,
His dad's under control of the ring.
Yeah, under control of the ring. Even more greedy. I thought it was really interesting that, he turned down Sauron when he came to visit. How he snuck out of the city and got all the way over there, I don't know. Without being detected by this massive army of orcs.
Sauron's just using magic at this point, isn't he? Like,
probably.
That's the thing. Like, he can blink around the whole place as far as I'm concerned. He's the only character who I can believe.
Gillette, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got fast travel.
Who's like just fast travel. That's okay. He's got fast travel enabled.
Yeah.
That's something I can live with. The only thing I was confused about is obviously he tries to, like, they have that big scene where he's like, I'm not going to get the Mythril, blah, blah, blah. He'll come back, etc., etc., etc. Next second, he's got Mythril.
Yeah. I guess he stole it. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but they didn't show that.
'Cause I
unless
do- or-
I missed it.
Off screen, he'd made a deal with the king.
Yeah, it feels weird not to show that though. After that,
And then it was, next week it's revealed they've got a bunch of mithril weapons or something.
Well, yeah. Well, we know they have to make other mithril things like the
Sting and the
chainmail or whatever.
chainmail, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like we know. It's not like the mithril dries up. We know it dries up, but like there's still stuff
It's not going away
that we're
anytime soon.
aware of.
Yep. But it's still
before it
rare.
comes to- Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, all the stuff's happening with them was super sad. I did like the dynamic once again, like, especially when those other people come to do the digging or whatever, and then his wife's there, and she just starts
This is
singing. They're like, "What's this supposed to do?" And she's like, "Ha, bats."
I am the knight.
Yeah, a true dwarf's
Best friends, you know.
well, no, their worst enemy apparently.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Bats.
They're pretty scary.
You'd think that would be okay with it, like living in a cave, but apparently not.
You got to remember they're small.
I'm aware they're small, but
So the bats are big in comparison, you know.
it's true. It's true.
I mean, if Bruce Wayne is scared of bats, then they're pretty scary.
Now the only thing I have is, so we got 2 episodes left,
Mm-hmm.
and in the trailer they show the Balrog, so
We're going to get the exact same Balrog shot from last season.
that'd be really shit.
Maybe he's like climbing a little bit, you know. He's like Thanos at the end of every season. It's like he's just a little bit closer, but he hasn't really done much.
I mean, it's possible, but that's not ideal.
No.
I mean,
I think you'll just get a reminder he's down there.
I don't know. I feel like
Coming closer.
I feel like stuff's going to happen. I am also wondering, with 2 episodes left, if there's if following in sort of a Game of Thronesy way, is next week just the massive, you know, spill all the money episode, and then the final episode's more of a setup for next season thing. I don't mind when like Game of Thrones made that work. So
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah, I don't know. Is it a two episode of spill all the money?
No, I think next week.
I did watch because I don't think you ever let it roll, but I do. And it shows the next week on. It's definitely a battle. Like shit's happening.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. Like I see.
The
people
last
charging
frame is a fucking catapult ball.
Yeah.
About to hit the city. It's going to be a big fuck battle next week.
So I don't want to play around that they're like, hey, next week's like, you know, like this isn't an anime. We're not suddenly stopping to do a recap of the last 50 weeks here.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
They're like, pause. Oh, let's recap. Yeah, so I do wonder how that's all going to. Well, I know the same director did the last 2 episodes, so I don't know. Maybe it's a 2 episode thing. Not a lot with the I don't know is it the west, east? I can't remember which direction it is now. But wherever we are, obviously, as you talked about before, you got the choice with the stranger, his staff. So you're saying he chooses to go save his friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the classic good
do you
person.
Do you reckon there's a twist thing though, like where it's like you have the choice to continue on this because Tom says you have the choice to go on this journey now, but if you step back, you know, but is it actually a test? The right choice is to go save his friends, you know?
Yeah, probably. The staff will appear when he goes to save his friends, probably.
Or something like that, yeah. Do you also feel like in the direction we're heading now, where like there's all this talk about staffs and all these sort of things, do we get to the end of the season actually? Like, are we getting to the Gandalf stage by the end of the season, or do you reckon they're just going to keep teasing that? I feel like if we don't get to a Gandalf stage this season, people might become frustrated.
Yes, but also I feel like they probably will tease that out even longer. It's hard to say because it's so close to the end. I
could feel that would be like the last shot of the show.
I don't think he finds out he's Gandalf till he confronts the Dark Wizard, which isn't happening this season.
I don't know. Doesn't he have to become Gandalf to confront? I don't know. Like he needs to be Gandalf to confront him. He can't confront him.
But I don't think he's able to become Gandalf till he confronts him. It's just like, he didn't become Gandalf the White till he fought the Balrog.
So maybe he doesn't become Gandalf. Maybe he just becomes Delph.
Sure.
And then later it's Grand Delph. Gandalf. Maybe it's the step one. It's old Delphi.
He evolves. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Pokemon. Don't sue me. So yeah, and then you have that couple seconds with our Hobbit-like friends.
Yeah, a good old half
romance scene.
Yeah. Did you have Lizard last night?
Yep. Nice. As they're sucking the toxin out of that snake or whatever she's holding? What is that?
Aphrodisiac.
Disgusting. Yeah, no. Possibly. Based on the way things are going there.
Yeah.
And then as you mentioned, obviously a lot of the I'd say the majority of this episode actually. Numenor continues over there.
It featured pretty heavily.
Yeah, it was a good split between that and the Celebrimbor stuff. But yeah, obviously we get a court case or not a court case, I guess. Elendil, whatever.
Yeah.
He says, fuck the king, basically.
Fuck the king.
I only support the one true queen. And then they're like, well, if you want to follow the old gods or whatever they say, I can't remember. But you want to follow them so much, we'll do it your way. And then they go, they're like, we're going to chuck you in the water and let the whatever they're called.
The fates decide. The sea worm.
Or whatever. We're going to let them decide. And then out comes the queen, whatever her name is, and I can't remember. Out she comes and she's like, I'll do this. Now, when she goes under, look pretty epic, I'll say.
Yeah.
Cool monster. Is the only reason she survived because she's blind? Is that
because she did scream back or something? Or like
she couldn't he couldn't see anything in her eyes? Like, is that, I don't know. I feel like that played.
Or because she's the rightful queen.
I mean, yeah, I could go that direction, but I don't know. Just seems like it was like, because she was like, I don't know what you look like, dude. It was like, fuck you, you're not found. Like,
yep.
That's how that seemed to play out for me. I did laugh very much though when she come up because where old mate was like, and it has been written that she is
innocent.
Innocent. Fuck. That was a good bit.
It was a good bit.
And then old mate on the Magic 8 Ball sees Halbrand / Sauron. Like some other things I didn't really make much 2 cents of. What does that mean?
I don't know. I think setting up him getting one of the rings probably.
Well, I've assumed something like that, right? I think that's what I was saying last week, where they purposely give the rings to evil people or easily twisted, manipulated people, which would make sense. So those of not pure soul and heart or whatnot. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you what. Based on the next week on thing, Celebrimbor, it's like I just don't see how this plays out at this point. It's like Celebrimbor makes the rings. I guess realizes he's fucked up. Sauron makes off with the rings and then hands them all out on a merry little charade around Middle Earth and goes, a ring for you, a ring for you. And then at the end of it all goes to Mount Doom and goes, and one for me. Like what? This is that thing where, come back to what I was saying at the start. Like, I understand where we get at the end of all this, but especially because we're not Lord of the Rings experts here by any means. There's a lot of stuff where I'm like, how does all this just piece together? And how these lore that we get in the first 5 minutes of Fellowship of the Ring all come together to make any sort of sense. But you know what? I continue to be proven by this show that it somehow makes sense. somehow all comes together.
Hmm.
It looks very good. How'd you manage with the dark scenes this week?
No, it was fine.
Okay.
Was it too dark?
I was at that shot
Solid
where
light
they look out
source.
over the orcs, and they the sort of the torches light up off in the distance to
Yeah.
show that there's more orcs and stuff like that. Now I could clearly see a bunch of moving orcs on the ground holding these torches, and I'm going, I wonder if that's just like a black blur to Ash.
No, I could see some figures.
Some figures, yeah, cool.
Because there was light.
Okay, good. All right, that's all I've got for this week's episode. You got anything else I've mentioned? Or?
No, I think we covered most of it, Good stuff. Keen to see what's his name? Old elfie mate with the
the 2 seconds of him where he finds the map.
He just murders a bunch of orcs and then finds a map.
They're like, how do we explain that he finds his way to where they are in episode 7 and 8?
Yeah.
We'll just quickly insert in this episode the scene where he's like, aha! So it's very video gamey. You search their body, you find a map.
Yeah.
Onward, adventurer.
Loot that body.
Loot that body. That's right. All right, cool. That'll do it for this week's episode of The Lord of the Rings Extended, our Middle-earth podcast here on ExplosionNetwork.com. Of course, you can check out all the other great shows, news, reviews, podcasts, and stuff like that is happening over on the website. I will say also, right after we're done recording this, we'll be recording an all-new Marvel cast to talk about Agatha all along. So if that is something you're also watching, we'll be talking about that over the next few weeks. If you like our spoiler cast / post-TV discussion things. But yes, you'll find that on ExplosionNetwork.com as well, and all good podcasting services. Until next week, be merry. Goodbye.